My Perfect Journey, where I discuss my life using the Jenny Penton Planner Perfect scripting method. Sometimes when you're doing your goals, you need to get out of your own way so that you can progress into those goals. As I've mentioned before, I used to be a control freak. I used to have to touch and dabble and manipulate everything, and it would sometimes slow down my goals, or it would actually prevent me from getting to them at all. Shortly after finding the Jenny Penton Planner Perfect method, I was sitting at my table doing my goals for the month. I was looking at my fitness goals. At this point, I had just thrown my hands up. Everything I had tried failed. There was no way to get to the fitness goals I had set for myself. The healthier I ate, the more weight I gained. Nothing was working, and I was at a loss. I just didn't know what to do. I then thought back to a video that Jenny had done talking about your gifts. She talked about how every single person has a gift, and these gifts are to be used to serve other people. She also talked about how you cannot be good at every single thing, and that you need to take your gifts and use your gifts to serve other people, but at the same time, you need to use other people's gifts and let them serve you. That was the day I decided to start my second journey with Blue Ox Fitness. Blue Ox Fitness is a team, wife and husband team. They create meal plans, fitness plans based on your current status, what your goals are. They do it all through the internet, so they'll email you, they'll text you. They train people for fitness competitions. They themselves have competed in fitness competitions. All of their information will be below if you're interested in contacting them. But let me tell you about my first journey with Blue Ox Fitness. The one where I couldn't get out of my own way and where I ended up failing because of it. I'd had a doctor's appointment that was not very good, let's put it that way. I left her crying. The doctor told me that I needed to quit eating bonbons and get off the couch. And had I been eating bonbons and sitting on the couch, fair enough, but I wasn't. I was very active. I was constantly moving. I was only eating once a day, and when I was eating, I was trying to eat healthier. I was eating salads, I was eating lean meats, I was eating vegetables. So in my opinion, that was not fair at all. And so I left there crying. Well, Blue Ox Fitness team were our neighbors at the time. We knew that they did competitions, we knew that they did meal plans, we knew they did fitness routines. So we went over and we talked to them, and they took me on as a client. The concept for the meal plans is that Mariana will take your current physical status, your current weight, where you are, and write you up a meal plan. She'll tell you exactly how much to eat, what to eat, and all you really have to do is follow the meal plan. You cook it, you eat it, you move on. Well, apparently that was too difficult for me. I questioned everything. Why am I eating green beans? Why am I not eating corn? Why can't I just swap out corn for green beans? Why can't I have peas instead of broccoli? Why am I eating this? Why am I, and the biggest thing about the meal plan that I could not overcome was how much food there was. Now remember, I had just left the doctor, and he had just gotten telling me I was eating too much. So for the amount of food that I was being asked to eat, I couldn't understand how it was going to work. So I questioned everything. I also questioned everything because that's just who I was at the time. I couldn't trust the process. I couldn't get out of my own way in order to let this work. Mariana did everything possible to try to help me and encourage me. I remember once I had even given her a bunch of recipes and said, here, make a meal plan out of this. Maybe that'll work. And it didn't. I just could not figure it out. That was the problem. I was trying to figure it out. I did not trust in the process, and I couldn't just let it be and let her give me her gifts and just follow it. The final straw was the tuna incident. The meal plan for that day, I don't remember exactly everything that was on the meal plan for that day, but I do remember it was a can of tuna and 3 cups of spinach, in addition to whatever else I was supposed to eat that day. And I texted her, I'm like, oh, you must have gotten this wrong. You're asking me to eat a whole can of tuna. She's like, yeah, it's just a can of tuna. It's not that much. Oh, there was no way I could eat a whole can of tuna at one meal plus three cups of spinach. No, 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 no. I ended up walking away at that point. Now, mind you, Blue Ox Fitness team did competitions, trained people for competitions, and yet here I was questioning them and their processes because a doctor told me I was eating too much. Now back to me sitting at my kitchen table after finding Jenny and thinking about my fitness goals. I kept going over and over what Jenny had said. The fitness is not my gift. It never has been. I've struggled with the fitness and nutrition part forever. This was not for me to figure out. This was for me to just follow. I needed to go to Blue Ox again, and I needed to say, hey, I'm ready to follow. I'm ready to have you give me your gift and allow you to provide me with your gift. Mariana, being the sweetheart that she is, welcomed me with open arms. Even after I fought her the whole time the first time, she gladly welcomed me back into the group. I had been following them on Facebook because obviously they were my neighbors at one point, so reaching out to them wasn't a difficult thing to do. The first week that I did the meal plan, it was a challenge because there is a lot of food to be eaten. At this point, I had increased my food intake to 2 meals a day, but I still wasn't eating very much food. Then the second week, there it was, the tuna, the infamous tuna. I will say that Mariana did change the measurement on the meal plan, and it didn't say 1 can of tuna. It was either ounces or cups, I forget which, but it ended up being 1 can of tuna. Instantly, I was like, oh, I can't eat that much tuna, and then I stopped. I remembered what Jenny had said. This is not my gift. This is not for me to understand. This is for me to allow someone else to provide their gift to me. So I took a deep breath and I just did it. That was 40 pounds ago. I've lost 40 pounds being with Blue Ox Fitness, and it wasn't hard. All I did was follow exactly what I was told to eat it when I was supposed to eat it. And the thing is that I couldn't lose weight before, not because, like the doctor said, I was eating too much and I was eating bonbons all day. I couldn't lose weight before because I wasn't eating enough. There was a time where I never got hungry, ever. I easily went till noon before I even ate anything. And there were more times than I cared to admit where I only ate because I was getting sick, or I felt like I was getting sick, than because I was hungry. My body was so confused. It didn't know how to tell me I was actually hungry. That's what I had done because I was trying so hard to lose weight and I was doing it wrong. By trusting the process and allowing someone else to give me their gifts and trusting them and what they know and trusting their gifts, I've been able to lose 40 pounds. This is just the start of my journey. I have a lot more weight to lose, and I'm doing it healthy. I'm feeding my body. I'm giving it the nutrients it needs because I am just stepping back, getting out of my own way and letting the process work. That is how I'm gonna reach my weight goal and my fitness goal, is by just stepping back, letting someone else give me their gifts, and just doing as I'm supposed to do and getting out of my own way. I need to focus in on my gifts, and that's what I'm gonna do. I don't need to spend any time on my fitness because it's already been provided to me. I'm currently doing a meal plan and I'm starting a workout plan this month. So I don't have to put any thought into that. I know what my goals are. I know how to obtain them because someone else is providing me with that information. I'm getting out of my own way and letting it happen. Does that mean that there's no work? No, there's definitely work put into it. I still need to make the meal plans. I still need to make sure that I'm following them like I'm supposed to. I need to make sure that when the fitness plan comes, that I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. And because of that, I'll grow and I'll be stronger and I will become a better person and I'll lead a better life. Sometimes you need to get out of your own way so that you can reach those goals that you have. Again, thank you for joining me on this installment of my perfect journey, and I hope to see you again.